Uh, does the final boss have a crush on Cody Rhodes? Hello, my friends. Welcome to Wicked Bitter. I am Travis. I thank you for checking out this video. If you haven't subscribed yet and you do love professional wrestling, this is the channel for you. It just takes a couple of seconds. If you haven't subscribed and you enjoy wrestling stuff and talking about it and quizzes and whatever, click subscribe. This is a great channel. We got a great community here. We got a lot of people that love professional wrestling. We all come to the same place so we all talk about it together. It's fantastic. You know, originally I wanted to talk about WrestleMania. I wanted to get into some of it, and maybe I will. But we have to talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw. This is the Raw after WrestleMania, and for some reason, right, it always feels like WrestleMania is like a fresh start. It's like if you follow sports, it feels like it's more of like a start to a brand new season. There's so much optimism and hope, and you wonder what you're going to get, new rivalries, new feuds, especially when stories end or chapters close. Like, you just kind of wonder what's next. And for some reason, this Monday Night Raw we had, it didn't really give us any answers on anything. We kicked it off with Cody Rhodes. Well, first of all, Triple H. And I'm not going to go through the whole show. I just want to hit some key points here. Triple H brings out Cody Rhodes. Cody looks awesome with that title. It's very weird to see that title around someone else. So used to seeing Roman Reigns with it. I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for Cody. I'm happy for Cody's fans. I'm not... You know, I love Cody Rhodes. I love Roman Reigns. So either whoever won that match, I was going to be happy with it. So I am happy. I'm glad Cody's the champion. But now comes the real test, because in other videos I mentioned, you got to keep it interesting. Because when Cody wins the title, is it going to be the same type of thing where fans finally get what they want and then all of a sudden they start booing the person that they wanted to win the title? I never understood that. Why do people do that? I don't get it. You either love the person or you don't. You either support them or you don't. Why all of a sudden, now that they became champion, which is what you were starving for, do you turn your back on them? I'll never understand. So Cody Rhodes is the champ. I have a hunch that Roman Reigns is going to be gone for a little bit. I would assume he returns. I think he'll return after the draft, which we have. WWE has announced the draft, and it'll happen in a couple of weeks. I'm interested to see what happens there, because the draft, I think this draft is going to be, a little different than other drafts, because now, here we go, it's a draft where Triple H is running it, so I want to see where Triple H puts everybody. And not only that, you know the TV deals are coming up soon for both Raw and SmackDown, and you know Raw is going to be going over to Netflix. I am very interested to see who Triple H wants on Raw. If I'm guessing, and I'm going to do a whole nother video about the draft. I'm going to predict who I think goes where, but right off the top of my head, I feel like for Monday Night Raw, if it's going to be on Netflix, I feel like Roman Reigns is going to be there. I feel like Reigns is going to get drafted to Raw, and I think Cody's going to be on SmackDown. I think we're going to keep these two away from each other for a little bit. But this is going to lead me into what I wanted to talk about here, The Rock. The Rock came out while Cody was in the ring, and it got really weird. I don't know how you guys felt about it, but it was a very long promo, first of all. The whole segment with Rock and Cody went on for almost an hour. I looked at my phone, and it was like 8:44 or something. Like, damn, like this is like almost an hour into the show, and nothing is going on. Like, Rock was out there talking to Cody, but it was kind of like slowly paced. It seemed like The Rock was trying to think of something on the spot, because he kept saying, "You did it, Cody. You beat Roman Reigns. Hey, you did it." And like he said it like 2 or 3 times, like, okay, where is it going? And then when he asked Cody, "Hey, do you think I could hold that title?" I'm like, okay, all right, now we're getting somewhere. Where is this leading? What are we getting into here? And then it kind of felt like it didn't lead to anything. Like Cody at the same time was like, "Yeah, you can hold it if I can hold yours." I'm like, what are we talking? Are we talking about titles? What are we talking about here? Because this is weird. And the whole crowd, you know it's weird when the whole crowd chants, "This is awkward." I don't think I've ever heard a wrestling crowd ever chant, "This is awkward" during a promo or a match or at any point during a wrestling show. So it was very strange. I thought it was hilarious, but very weird. So Rock basically just flat out says, "Hey, I'm going away for a little bit, but when I come back, whether you're the champion or not, I'm coming for you." I don't know if Cody will be the champion by that time, honestly. I know Triple H has done these long title reigns, and by the way, doesn't it kind of feel like it is definitely a new era? Doesn't it feel like it's a new wavelength we're on here when we had a lot of long reigning title reigns just change hands at WrestleMania or end at WrestleMania? I think that's pretty cool. I mean, obviously Roman Reigns, that was done. Gunther had a long title reign. That is done. Io, I mean, she was champion for like 8 months. I would consider that a pretty lengthy reign. That's done. And all the people who now have the titles are all baby faces. So it's like Triple H wanted to run with the heels for a little bit, right? For a while. And then now he's turning it over into the baby faces. I still think Rhea is going to be a baby face eventually. I think she's actually transitioning to it now. And honestly, I don't know what happened, but when Rhea came out, she was using her old song version of her song. Like, I thought that was kind of interesting. It wasn't like the Judgment Day version that she's been using. So I don't know what the reason was for that. I even tweeted about it, but I felt like I was going insane because I got 2 replies back where people were saying, this is what she's been using the whole time. I'm like, no. Am I just hearing it wrong? She was using her original theme, like the non-Judgment Day version of it. I swear. I mean, I have to go back and listen to both versions. There's 2 versions. She wasn't using the Judgment Day one. And then Priest has a new song. I feel like they're going to split up soon. I've been saying it for the past few videos. I think Judgment Day is coming to an end. But I had a thought in my head, like yesterday, where I was like, you know what? It'd be kind of cool if CM Punk was the leader of Judgment Day. I know that's kind of outlandish, but if you think about it, it would make a lot of sense. CM Punk wouldn't have to really wrestle as much, and at his age and his body condition, how he's suffered some injuries the past few years, it might be a smarter way to do it for Punk, but I don't know. It could be kind of stupid idea. I think it's kind of interesting. Obviously, I would probably swap out a couple of people in Judgment Day, or maybe Priest goes on his own, Rhea goes on his own, and then Punk's in there. I don't know. They probably won't do it. I just think it was kind of a cool idea. Just seeing the replay of Punk when he cost Drew the championship, when he attacked him at WrestleMania, and then Priest came out, I was like, damn, the song and the lights and everything, it kind of looked like Punk kind of fit in there. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. I think that would be kind of a cool thing to do, though. Getting back to Cody and The Rock. Very weird. I don't know what's going on here. It's a very lengthy promo, a very lengthy segment. The Rock ends the segment by, like, I guess he said he had a gift for Cody, and he stuck out his hand, and Cody stuck out his, and The Rock put something in it, and he told Cody, without you even opening your hand, you know what this is. And obviously, the viewer at home and the people in the crowd have no idea what's going on. We don't know what it is. But you could tell it's something that very much bothered Cody Rhodes by Cody's reaction. Cody looks like he's angry, not too happy about it. Yeah, I can't. I've seen some theories online. I don't know what it could be. One good theory is it could be a lighter, and you know how Cody's bus caught on fire. I don't know if they're going to go that route. It would make sense, I guess, because of the bus catching on fire. But like, why would The Rock do that? And one key thing is The Rock says, "Don't ever break my heart again." I'm like, what is going on here? The Rock was just beating this dude to a bloody pulp a couple of weeks ago, hitting him, spanking him with his belt, whipping him with his belt. What is going on? Don't break your heart, bro. What are you talking about? I don't know what's going on with this storyline. And The Rock's going away. I would think Rock would probably be back for SummerSlam or even maybe next year's WrestleMania. So I want him to be back sooner than that, honestly. I know he's got a movie to film, maybe several things he's got to do, but The Rock has just been so fantastic since turning heel, coming back here in WWE, that I just want The Rock around. I don't even know what I want him to be doing, but I want him around. As far as what happens with Roman Reigns, I don't know. I think, like I said, I think he takes some time off. I think he comes back either at the draft or a little while after it. I still feel like he's going to have something going on with The Rock at some point. I think Roman Reigns is going to end up being a babyface soon. But then, we got these signings, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, a couple of guys that are either in the bloodline or very close to the bloodline. I think something's going to happen there. And while Roman's gone, what do we do with Jimmy and Solo? I think you add those two dudes I just mentioned. I think you add them with them, and you got a little faction of a bloodline, like a little branch or a little subsection of the bloodline. I think in a way that could happen. I don't know if Heyman sticks around with them. I think Heyman might come back when Roman Reigns comes back. Very interested to see what happens with Paul Heyman, honestly. I don't know what they're going to do with him. But if we're going off of anything that we heard from Roman Reigns' docuseries or documentary when he mentioned that when I lose this title, you're going to see the end of me. It could be that he's just talking about just the tribal chief version. That's what I'm taking it as. I don't think he's going to retire. But going to be interesting to see what they do with Roman, honestly. I think the draft might give us some more answers about what happens. We have to figure out what we're doing with Cody Rhodes because this is the true test. He won the championship. He cut his first promo last night on Raw. If you're watching this on Tuesday, he cut his promo on Raw. First one as champ. Don't take this as me hating on Cody because, like I said before, I do love Cody. But I felt like his promo on Raw kind of fell flat a little bit. And I know some people are not going to like that. But in my opinion, I was expecting something else, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain. I want him to have conviction in his promos. I don't want every single promo to be so like emotional or happy-go-lucky. I need an intense feud with Cody Rhodes. And I know this is going to be so hard to top, and I feel like a lot of people are going to give his title reign harsh criticism because it's coming at a bad time in the sense of I don't think WWE is ever going to give us a better story or feud than the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes. Period. I think that I was telling a couple of friends that I've been watching ever since I was a kid. And I think the Bloodline story within itself is literally the best story WWE has ever written. And I've been watching forever. I've never been this invested. Even as a kid, I might have been invested in something. I'm talking as an adult who fully understands what professional wrestling is behind the scenes and in front of the camera. We all know now. You got dirt sheets, you got rumors, you got leaked things, you got no kayfabe. I mean, we all know this stuff. And I still think that the Bloodline story is the best written story in feud I've ever seen in WWE, period. That being said, Cody Rhodes, I don't know if he's ever going to get a feud as intense or as serious as is the one he had with the Bloodline. And we got to think about it. Cody Rhodes won that title. That title belongs to SmackDown for now. I don't know if it's going to move to Raw or not during the draft. But if Cody goes to SmackDown with this title, Roman's gone, who does Cody Rhodes feud with over on SmackDown? I think at some point Gunther is going to be involved in this. I think Gunther is going to be either drafted to SmackDown or he and Cody are going to end up on the same show at some point, whichever show that is. And I think they're going to feud with one another. I think Gunther would be an awesome opponent for Cody. Who else would really fit it? I mean, I don't know, because like I said in another video, SmackDown has so many baby faces. There's no heels. This is part of the reason why I wanted Seth Rollins to turn. And how fitting was that? Seth Rollins was literally Cody Rhodes' shield. He took that chair shot from Roman. I think it's just hilarious how when Seth comes out and he's wearing his obnoxious stuff, Roman doesn't take him seriously. But when he puts on the shield gear, it's like a trigger for Roman Reigns. He gets angry. He cannot let it go. I think that's hilarious. And he rather hit Seth with a chair than his own opponent, Cody Rhodes, and it ended up costing him the match and the title and his title reign. Crazy. But yeah, I want Seth to turn. We need a big heel. We need a few. We need like 2 or 3 big heels to give Cody a serious competitive feud with that championship, and I just don't know who's it going to be. I mean, a lot to happen in the next couple of weeks, I think. I think they played it safe on Raw. It wasn't the best Raw after Mania. I was really excited for it. I feel like it kind of fell flat a little bit, in my opinion. I kind of felt like they played it safe. I know they have that draft coming up a couple of weeks, so I don't think they wanted to do anything too major. But that draft's going to tell us a lot about who goes where, obviously, and what kind of feuds we're going to get. We're going to get Drew and Punk facing each other, so they're going to probably end up on the same show, whatever it might be. And after that, it's kind of a crapshoot. Gable and Sammy, I want to see it happen. I feel like that turn is coming on Gable. Gable's going to turn on Sammy at some point, I feel like. And I can't wait to see a heel Gable, honestly. That dude, wrestling machine. I know we say that about Kurt Angle, but Gable can go, man. we will be back with more videos. I want to make a video about the draft specifically, and I kind of want to predict who goes where, honestly. But yeah, I thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed WrestleMania. And I would love to know what you all give WrestleMania a rating as. Let's just say the rating scale is from 1 to 10. What would you rate WrestleMania? I'm talking both nights in general as a whole event, not just one separate night. I want to hear what you thought of the entire WrestleMania, because Triple H said it was the best one ever. Little bias. I think he is. I don't know if I would say it's the best ever. Probably not. Night 2 definitely was insane. The best one out of both nights. But how I would grade it, I got to think on that. I'm going to say both nights combined, this WrestleMania was, I would say like 8.5. I'll go 8.5. That might be high. Maybe 8.5, somewhere in that range. It was a really great WrestleMania. I loved it all. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think the rating is, what your rating is for this WrestleMania. Make sure you guys check out the other videos I post. Make sure you check out the ones I post prior to this if you haven't seen those. If you haven't subscribed, I ask that you please do. It does a lot for this channel. It does a lot for me. I want this channel to keep growing and growing and growing, and we got a great community so far. It'd be nice to add more people to it so we can all talk, and eventually I'm going to start doing some live videos. We can all stream and talk together. That would be pretty fun. Until then, have a great rest of your week. I will see you in the next video, and as always, stay bitter.